Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. How are you all? I hope you all are doing well. It's a great pleasure to know that Pakistan International School 5 has started its online classes. I welcome all of you here. I'm Miss Shazia and we will study here Science for Grade 6. We'll start chapter number 1. Chapter number 1 of Science of Grade 6 is about cellular organizations of plants and animals. Yes, in this lesson, we will study about the cell. We will study about different parts of the cell, difference between animal and plant cell, unicellular, multicellular, tissues, organs, organ systems, as well as the functioning of microscope. Yes, dear students, what is a cell? Just remember this in your mind. You have studied in grade 5. Cell is actually the basic unit of structure and function of all living organisms. So all living organisms are made up of cells. How the cells are basic unit of structure and function? We can take an example for that, that is the brick house. The building, the house which is made up of bricks. When one brick over the other, then the other one, then the other one, and all joined together, they form the walls, then rooms, then a building, a house. So like that, we can assume the brick as a cell of the body. When they combine, when they join together, they form our body of living organisms. So plants and animals are made up of trillions of cells, trillions of cells. Some organisms having trillions of cells, but some are having only one cell. And that one cell is very, very small that we cannot see from the naked eye. So that, for example, bacteria, which we see from the microscope. Cells in the body of living organisms having different sizes, shapes, and functions. Let's talk about some different types of cells and their functions which are present in human body. We are having almost 200 different types of cells. Number one is skin cells. When you say your skin, it is a just layer. Actually, it is made up of look different type of circular, rounded cells which stick together and they form a layer on our body. And what is its function? It protects and covers the body. Next one is bone cells. Bone cells, they produce bones. And what is the function of bones? They support and give shape to our body. Like without the bones, we are clothes without hanger. It can drop and then there can be lump of meat only. So bone cells, they give us shapes. Next one is nerve cell. Nerve cells, nerve cells conduct messages. And where they are present, you know about neurons which you have studied in class 5 chapter brain. Neurons, yes, these are also called nerve cells. And these nerve cells are present in brain and whole of the body and they have contact with the whole of the body. and connection with all of the body. Where you feel anything, it means nerve cell is present over there and it gives messages to the brain. And brain gives messages back to that part of the body. Next one is WBC. WBC means white blood cell. These, these WBCs are present in our body, in the blood, and they fight against the germs which come on daily basis, every moment in our body. By inhaling, by eating, drinking, touching anything, they go to our mouth, to our different parts of the body, into our body. But white blood cells act as the defense system of the body, like a standing army at the border of any country. So they fight against them and they kill them. Next one are red blood cells. They are rounded in structure. They are having depth inside it to hold what? Oxygen inside it. And it carries oxygen to all the body parts. Let's talk about muscle cells. Muscle cells, what they do, they contract and they bring about the movement. They are present in all the parts of our body, internally and externally, and where by the help of muscles we can move. So you can see there are different types of cells and they perform different functions and they are having different shape and structures as well. If we talk about cells, the cells are too big as well, which we can see through our naked eye. Guess what? That is the yolk of an egg of a chicken. It, the egg which you eat, it is having yolk inside it and it is single cell, one cell. But we can see from our naked eye. But some are too small, very, very small, and we cannot see them with our naked eye. We need special instrument for that. That is called, yes, that is called microscope. Okay, can you guess this person? This is Robert Hooke. Robert Hooke, an English scientist, uh, in 1665, what he did, he saw some, we can say, a thin slice of cork under this type of microscope, and he saw these type of structures inside it. He took the piece of cork. Cork actually made up of wood, and it means he saw some plant cells in there. This type of microscope that is very, very primitive, like it's a very old microscope. In the start, scientists have made this type of microscope, and now there are lots of types of microscopes and they are modified. So Robert, who gave the name to this structures that is cell. Can you guess? This is cork. This is made up of wood and it is used as a stopper at the mouth of the bottle. He took a piece of that cork and he just saw under the microscope and he saw type of this type of structure. You see this type of structure? This looks like small rooms, small compartments, or small holes. So that is uh, what we can say. Those holes and those compartments were named as cells. Yep, all these type look like compartments, and there's Robert who gave them cells. Okay, now we are going to study about what? Cell. This is a cell, but before cell, we will study about the instrument by which we can see the cell, that is microscope. Now the next topic is microscope. As you see, micro means very small and scope means to see. So the instrument which is used to see very small objects. So it is an instrument which is used to see very small things that cannot be seen with naked eye. Naked eye means the eye which we are having, it does not have any lens. So without lens, so that is called naked eye, without covering. So when we see an object under the microscope, it seems to be too big. So we will see here what type, like how it is made and what type of parts this microscope is having. So we'll write here parts, and first we will see its parts and then we'll see its functioning also. Functions of microscope. So a light microscope, okay. Why we say it light? Because it doesn't mean it is not heavy, it is light. Light means it needs some source of light to reflect from this mirror. And then we can see through the microscope. Without light, we cannot see in the microscope. So it is having a base, an arm, a tube, a stage, two adjustment screws. You see, it is having a base, a stage, an arm, and the two adjustment screws. In spite of this, it is also having two lenses, two type of lenses. One is eyepiece, another is objective lens. Why it is said to be eyepiece? You see here, this boy is looking at in the microscope, and from here, so this is called eyepiece because we keep our eyes here to watch the things inside. That's why it is called eyepiece. So this eyepiece is having one lens here and the other lens here at the bottom. So those are called objective lens. One, two, and three type of lenses are there. And three type of lenses means it is having different magnification. We can change these lenses to see the image more and more bigger. This is a stage, and on this we keep a slide over it, and these clips are used to hold this slide like this so that it must not escape. So because oh, what is slide actually? This is a slide. It is made up of glass, and on that we keep any object here which we want to see, observe, and we keep it here. The light comes from any source. It reflects on the mirror and passes through here through the object and then passes through the lens, and we can see here from here to our eyes. The object to be seen placed on the glass slide. So this is a glass slide, and then onto the stage to focus the object clearly into the microscope, and we use these choose adjustment screws to adjust the light or adjust the image. It moves this tube up and down so that we can focus the image properly. We can view an object up to 1500 times bigger than its original size. 1500 times. So it means we can even see the bacteria, we can see very small creatures in the microscope, ourselves as well. Okay, so not only this one, okay, this microscope is also said so as compound microscope. Compound means it is having different types of um, like parts present, like it's made up of lots of parts. That's why it's called compound microscope, as well as light microscope because light is used in that. So one type is this light microscope, the other one is electron microscope, which are used to see very small objects. Because we can see the cell in the microscope, but we cannot see internal organelles of the cell and their function. We use electron microscope to see them. Electron microscope, it magnifies up to 500 times. Magnify means to become bigger. It makes the image more and more bigger as compared to light microscope. And we are having using television screen or computer screen with that to see our images, as well as we can what we have to use here in light microscope. We have to use light, but here we have to use beam of electrons. We have studied about electrons, protons and neutrons, so those beam of electrons we use. So take a look on this light microscope. This is also light microscope. Everything is same. Adjustment screw, stage, base, and objective lenses and ocular lenses. Ocular means eyepiece. But one difference is this here, this portion. We don't use mirror. We use light source. Light source means any bulb is used here to watch, to observe objects, because we just switch on the light and this bulb will be lighting, and the light goes into the stage through this object into objective lens into the eyepiece, and we see the image. Yes, what is this? It is a huge instrument. Yes, that is electron microscope. You see, electron microscope, it is too big, too expensive as well, and it is used in research labs, mostly in the research labs. And you see, here is eyepiece. We see the objects placed inside, and with beam of light is passed through this. Like it is having lots of connections here and there, and we see from here. But to observe clearly, we use lots of computer screens. So that's it for today, dear students. So I hope you understood the lecture as well as you took interest in that. So today's assignment is like exercise questions are related to the topic. So when we study the topic every day, then we will do the questions related to that topic. That is actually the exercise which is mentioned in your book, and that is um, answer the following questions in detail. That is, there are long questions, and in long question number one is describe parts and functioning of a light microscope. Parts and functioning of light microscope we have seen before. I will take a review of that. And here this is extend your thinking. These are short questions and these MCQs and terms to know we will do after completing our chapter. So just you mark the question, you have to write on the notebook and learn them, as well as you have to just draw the diagram. If you have any problem, you can ask me in the group, inshallah. So answer number one is, we see here, yes, this one on page number 5, the microscope. You give the heading, then you mark from here up to the naked eye, then you write parts and functioning of the microscope, and you write all about microscope with the diagram. So that's it for today. Wish you best of luck. Hafiz.